I believe that the First Amendment, for the most part, is your freedom of speech, freedom of press, and freedom of the last one. I can't remember. I think it's protest. So I guess I believe that's like the first half of it, and I know that there's another half, but I guess I would describe it as just our basic rights as citizens.
Okay, so the First Amendment states that Congress shall make no law that abridges our freedom of speech or of the press. So in other words, governmental action cannot suppress our form of speech.
The First Amendment is obviously an amendment to the Constitution. It was added just after the Constitution was ratified. And it has two significant components to it. One protects freedom of speech, the other protects freedom of religion. And they work in different ways, sometimes in combination with each other and sometimes separate.
From when the First Amendment was written to now, you see a lot of technological movements, especially as a lot of things are being put online. And I feel as though now you see more regulation that is going on online with the media and what you can actually be allowed to put on.
I think that people assume that freedom of speech means that they can say anything that they want to. But if we talk about the media, or we talk about, like, for example, politicians, right? They're not like, well, the media, let me just talk about the media first. They're not covered, like, hate speech is illegal. You can't, like, promote that. Obscenity is illegal.
But a lot of people have been using it in verbal means, such as, as I said, for online with the hashtags. Also, they've been wearing shirts or wearing symbolic forms of things. They've also been making posters and signs. Or
if you ask Americans if they think that freedom of speech is important, they will almost unanimously say, oh yeah, it's really important. You can't infringe on freedom of speech. And same thing with freedom of religion. But if you show them the actual text of the First Amendment, sometimes people are very surprised and they don't necessarily make the connection between those strongly held rights or beliefs and what the text of the First Amendment actually says. But I think that thinking about these rights and talking about them more clarifies their purpose in a democratic society, both freedom of religion and freedom of speech. So I welcome this conversation.